Yes, welcome to IG. Mantu is
respect and
yeah, we will I and Chi. Within us dwell the Chi. I, the I. Working on IG. Energy. IG. Rastafari.
working on the God self.
God self. You don't know? Rastafari. The light and glory. I and the I. I within the I. Chi. IG. Welcome. Chi is energy. You know, internal energy. Mainly you work to get you achieve your chi through the breath works, you know, and internal breathing, basically just breathing and mind intent, proper intent, you know. Chi is universal actually. It's chi is everything, you know. But within ourselves, we can cultivate chi. You know, it's like alchemists. You know, we create that energy from just a thought and proper intent. Yeah, man, Mr. Fire. Listen.
What's chi? It's the flow of energy. It's the flow of energy that's within you and within all things. You know, everything has a flow of energy, and that's what chi basically is.
On a simple term, air, breath, anything that have to do with well, anything that you do. Okay, the English word we could use is energy. So chi is energy. Okay, chi is energy. So anything that applies. So in other words, if you are pushing something, I want to tell you, man, put a little more force on it. I can tell you, put a little more chi to it.
Respect and
okay. I mean now when we're speaking about chi specifically, we're talking about a refinement. Okay, but anything like, for example, the breeze that blew in there, that's regarded as chi. Okay, chi on the refinement, chi would be considered life force. Okay, life force. So it's the life force that keep everything alive. Everything that is living or everything that is functioning or living because of chi. Okay, so that's the simplest way. But then when we're talking about, for example, when we're talking about Tai Chi, that's a different. For example, the word Tai Chi means grand ultimate. Okay. Or cosmos. For example, sometimes Tai Chi is called cosmic boxing. Everything rising, everything falling. Pick up the heel, grab the and then rise. Leave it back. Stand like we're doing, like we're doing the sun style. One position and fingers pointing forward. Only something with your palms. Left, lift it down, to the right. Up to the left leg. Inhale. Exhale when you move. Start inhaling, inhale. Exhale. Exhale. You saw that movie, The Elbow. Jet Li did a movie that Bruce Lee did, where he was in a Japanese school and he fought with all the Japanese people. Okay. Well, he used that whole finger technique on the general that was fighting, and the guy blocked him. Because when the guy blocked him and right by the face, and he just like, ow! Right in the freaking eye. And that was it. After that, he defeated the guy. You step to the left foot, drop it down to the left, over the right shoulder, all the way to the left leg. The standing hand is the left hand, you rub with the right hand. 3 deep breaths. On the left, all the way to the left foot. On the right foot, don't dig. The foot we need to dig. That will be light roll. Feels on the right leg. So you're rolling the ankle, you're rolling the hips, rolling the shoulder, rolling the wrist, rolling forward. Shoulder, then two hips. Flow with it. Shoulder. So if the tongue, for example, if you're standing upright in Wuji and the tongue is not there, you're slack. If your hand is not up, you're slack. The posture may look good. See, that is why it's an internal art. So if somebody don't know looking at you, wow, this posture looks perfect. No, it's not. His tongue is not up, his hand is not up. But you will not see that because I can't tell you your mouth is closed. You see what I mean? So those that do not know, look at you from the inside. But those that know, they will tell your posture, there's something that is lacking in your posture, and they will know that, and they'll ask you, wait a minute, is your tongue up or is your hand up? Because, you look all right, but there's something slack about that's those that know. It's just like those that know, they see you doing the form. Yes, the form may look perfect on the outside, but it's only those that have knowledge of the art who know that, yeah, but he's not breathing right. Anybody else, they will not see the breath. Yeah, but the person that have experience will know that, okay, that he made a move because that move it was forced there. It shouldn't have been forced there, so the breath wasn't there. You see? So that is where the experience comes in. You know what I mean? So but it comes from observing and experiencing. So an experience is more important because that is why it is internal. You cannot see the internal, you could feel the internal. See, that is why you don't close your eyes. Because when you close your eyes, you get lost. When you keep your eyes half open, then you could feel, because the outside We always focus on the outside, so we have no sense of the inside. When we go here, now we have the sense of the inside, but we have not lost it. Because the Abdullahs lose their mind, go into meditation, and they take off into what, and they can't come back. That has happened, brother. Yogis, they lost their mind. Now they have some of them that they have that know methods that'll bring it back, and if you go to them, they'll help fix you. But yeah, you could lose your mind. You could go off and take off and take. I've even read stories about people that do, which is similar. People that are doing out of body experiences, getting lost, and the body dies. Exactly, the spirit, because you see the spirit left the body. The spirit left the body now
and lost.
That's the problem.
No re-entry.
That's the problem. So that is why we need to learn the thing if we want to learn correctly. Because you see, when you make the mistakes, sometimes it's already too late when you find out. And that's the other problem with internal. You see, external, you get hit, bam, bam. Ugh. You know where it is. You go to the doctor and even if you're dead, doctor open your shirt, yep, you got hit right here. Internal, the body look perfect. You open the body, then it's fucked up inside. Messed up inside. Yeah, but not picture enough. They had a watermelon that day. There are a lot of watermelons. People are mashing watermelons, cutting through watermelons. Guys pushing their foot watermelons, punching. This little Chinese man coming for watermelon. He looked like he could barely carry it. When you see this guy, he looks so humble, He looks slack, but he wasn't slack. So he come little thing, he put it there, and everybody looking at him like, yeah, right. And pop, and nothing happened. You could help. Okay, and you call a guy for sword. The guy cut it, no chunks. Everybody went, whoa, because you could see chunks all over the place from people that and no chunks. Red water on the inside of the thing white.
That means it's internal with a vibration.
Pulverize it. Juice it. Yeah. Juice it, brother.
Just with vibration.
One inch tap, not a punch. Because you know what sweating is, right? Most people say sweating is pain. Sweating is cooling down. Cleansing is part of the process. Mental cleansing is an added thing. But when the body sweats, the body is not trying to become clean. The body is actually going to cool down. Cool down, that's what the body says. And the reason why you want to replenish the water, because your sweat that's your water you're losing. Yeah, that's your sustenance. So you want to replenish that as soon as you can, because just like the breath, unfortunately we don't. All we need to do with replenish the breath is just take it in. Water you have to go and find it. Water you have to find it. So the most important thing again, we have it with us. You don't have to go buy it. You don't have to pay for it. You just have to, but again,
what is that you're talking about?
The breath.
Oh.
I mean, like this guy say, so far, it's still free.
So far.
Yeah. What is the second most important thing? Is it water?
Yeah.
You gotta buy that.
That's a necessity.
Yeah. It's a necessity, brother.
Yeah, you should not be buying.
Yes. So let's be happy. So again, let us make use of the breath, because that's the only thing that we have that is still free.
Yeah. Let's figure out to start capitalizing.
The lip touch, the teeth touch. And that is why when you have your head like this, relax always. The reason why the idea of tilting the chin, the easiest way to learn it is you keep all this thing relaxed here. Because if your chin is like this, your teeth cannot touch if your jaw is relaxed. So what you're doing, keep it relaxed when you tilt. See? The teeth touch now. Okay? You just have to have the teeth touching lightly. Okay? And that's the position. Now the teeth touching, the tongue up, and the head stays that way. So you want the center of back here is pushing up from here. When it comes to the upper body, you have the tilting of the chin, the lifting of the head, and the lifting of the tongue. These three things have to stay. When we're doing Tai Chi or whatever we're doing the form. That's why you can't be doing. I mean, sometimes I know even I do it that way. But the idea is here. You do not tilt, because you have this thing. As you turn, and you turn back. Maintaining this thing in the head. It's almost like you're carrying a bucket of the water, and it have no cover. And every drop, you don't want to spill a drop. And the thing about it, it's like everything, just like breaking something. The moment you lose it, it's gone. You got to start over again, kind of. You know, in other words, you can't say, okay, well, we'll pick it up on the next one. No? Stop. Because it happens. The idea is when it stops, till what we call the end is full circle. Because, for example, when you do sun correctly, you start here, you go to the whole form without pay attention to the full form. You just have to do the full form correctly. You'll end up right here. Full circle. That's what we call the end. Okay? So, just like we're talking about Wuji, if Wuji is not proper, the form cannot be proper. So that is what makes the art of Tai Chi, Shi, and Bagua so high. In other words, the other systems you could get away with things because as long as you win, fucker, as long as you win. But Tai Chi is not. I mean, yes, if combat is that's why combat is often lose, because again they are missing out on the fact is there's a different way of training when you're doing certain things. Okay, but when it comes to health, it is about the slowness, the calmness of mind, the not allowing. When we use the phrase invest in loss, that is part of investing in loss. Right now you've wasted too much of your energy. So investing in losses means retain all that water on the inside, and the best way to do it, and keeping everything soft and round. Now, what we have to make sure we clarify is the difference between soft and slack. Because too often we'll be in slack and we'll think we are soft. You are chi.
Yeah.
So you could just name it. I am chi. Yeah, you are. Because because again, everything. Now, when we're talking about, for example, we talk about breath as the most important thing.
Respect that.
Chi is the most important. When, in other words, when the body dies, that's because the chi have left the body.
So the chi can come to the spirit.
Yeah, the breath is a spirit. Yes. You see, quite often yogis say mind, body, spirit. But what they to clarify it, what they want to say is mind, body, breath, because breath is spirit. You cannot see the breath; you could only feel it. You know what I mean? So, and again, if we're talking about cultivating the self, you cannot really cultivate the spirit, because the spirit is something that, when we think about the spirit and the you, the spirit was there before the you. Is the spirit that entered the you to make the you that you had living you. When the spirit leaves the you, that you is dead. So chi would be the spirit. So the breath, What, for example, when people are speaking, they usually say, I was there when he took his last breath. That is wrong. Is you were there when he exhaled his last breath. Because that's the last thing we do. We don't take a last breath. We release the last breath. Is you don't die going no. You don't die that way. You die because the spirit, the breath have left the body. That's you exhale.
Like what you said.
When the chi enter, it enter with all the nutrients and nutrition, okay, of life. But when the chi exits, it removes the toxins in the body. It's still chi, okay? In other words, you inhaling good chi, you exhaling bad chi. It's still chi. Or you could say you inhaling clean chi, you exhaling dirty chi, but it's still chi. So the cycle, and again, the inhaling of it, taking it in, is male. The expelling of it is female. So that's yang. So that's the cycle, yin yang. So in chi, bad, in a good chi, bad chi. Good chi, bad chi. Clean chi, dirty chi. Clean chi, dirty chi. What everybody else was using was yang chi. That's yang chi. That's yin chi. is because it is, in other words, like for example, when we're doing the last part of exercise, the land shake its mane, what we're supposed to be cultivating is yin chi. But y'all guys going, the hand is moving too much, so it's yang, just got yang chi. So the hand's supposed to move very little.
Yeah.
It's not this.
Yeah.
It's this. It's the body, the hand's supposed to move little. You see what I mean? Because the idea, when it's applied, one of the ways of application is from touch. See, instead of me coming from here and tapping it to move you, close from here. I don't have to do much. Just do the body just enough and then you go. But it's from touching, that makes a difference. You know what I mean? Because from here, obviously, if I push you from here, it's noticeable. You could say, oh yeah, well,
Yeah, move.
no, not only that, but you could see what happens. Somebody goes, I see. But from here, it's like, what did he do? You know what I mean? What did he do? So it's not since. So again, that's one of the ways of looking at it. External is just like, I see it. Internal is like, what just happened? I mean, I didn't see the guy do anything, but I saw the other guy go. You know what I mean? He just touched his chest, and what happened? You know? Hey, you want to get the form in? Tilt the hip, tilt the chin, put the head up. Drop the shoulders. Relax the belly. Press the heel, grab with the toes. Create a nice smile. Rainjah. See? That's the way to get the toe. Turn. One off. Roll back. Press. One off. Single whip. Raise hands up. Back grip, pull swings. Center, open. Close. To the right. Push left knee. Side, very. See. Center. Right. Roll back. Tie the foot. One off. Roll back. Press. Center. Second piece. Single whip. Grab. Side. There. Yeah. Bounce. The hand from the back of the head. That's the plus. Pick up. And back. Break over. Press down. Pick up. And back. Hold up. Across. Hands up, like great police wings. Center. To the right, touch left. Step back. Press the helmet from the back of the head. Press the left sleeve on. Good up. Back. Roll up. Up. Down. Step back. Now. Space. Down. Up. Fall off. Down. Rest. Drill. Step back, 7 stack. This time we'll drill. Flow, keep your tongue up. Yep.
Major pain, respect and
Just keep the corners of the mouth up. You know, a natural smile. You don't have to be, but just like instead of this here, see right here, you want to soften this. Soften it and put this up.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah. No, anytime. Especially while you're doing this. But while you just standing.
And why the guy cut me off in traffic?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you see, when the guy cut you off in traffic, what can you do to him?
Nothing.
So why get angry? So the exercises are based on first warming up the joints and the muscles, stretching, lubricating. Then the middle part of the Qigong, that is where the breath is being focused on. To use the breath to reach to the deepest part of the entire body. Anything that has to do with generating force, take Qi, anything that is, for example, the plant. What pushes the plant to grow is Qi. What pushes, so it's like Qi is sometimes it's called intrinsic energy, or the energy of life. Okay? The wind has the energy of life. I mean, the wind is something that carries oxygen. When it passes through the trees, it comes out with abundance of oxygen, and then it just So anything that's about force, energy, all that is regarded as Qi. If you are breathing quick, okay, you cannot retain oxygen. A little bit of oxygen will stay in a bit. It's coming out right away. So you want to take in oxygen and release the carbon slowly. You call it straight hand. Okay, straight hand.
What is that?
Same thing.
Mixing
Same thing.
water.
No, bringing the energy up. Okay, you want to be specific, right? This is the simplest way. Bringing the energy up, bringing the energy down, or cycling the energy. Yeah. So we have this one, which is the basic one. Then we have out, in, down. We have in, out. We have out. All this is more or less the same circles.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Now
Now,
when the waist is add to it, I see what you're saying.
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
It's this.
That's deep, yeah.
It's this.
Interesting.
It's this.
Open my mind up a little bit. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see it. Okay.
So the turning,
yeah.
if you just do it here, so if you didn't, so in other words, when you call the two hands,
Right,
you'd
I
be
got
going
you.
here.
I see it, yeah. When I turn with it, you actually,
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
now when you turn with
Yeah,
it,
it look like you do it. Yeah, I got it.
so that is why the
Right,
waist.
right, I got
So what the hand is really
see.
doing
Yeah,
is this,
That's deep. I got you. Right.
and it's the waist
Mm.
that is causing the hand to look.
But it's like
this.
this. It's like actually like this, right? Come
But
up a little bit.
well, you could go like
Right,
this,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying, yeah, with the thumb. Right.
Yeah. Find the thing that suits you, and then the thing that don't suit you, give it up. Okay, it don't make sense carrying.
Baggage.
Yeah, you don't need that. Leave it alone. You need this. Go with that. You know what I mean? In Saint Lucia, we have a saying for that same thing. Si shaila tualu, mete yate. Me si shaila wo tanlu pasa mete yate, fute yate. It says, if the load is too heavy, put it down. But if the load is so heavy, you cannot even put it down. Throw it down. Okay? And the last part that say, Saki kwaze se pasa ou. Saki pa kwaze point. What mashup is not for you anyway.
What's destroyed is not for you.
Yeah. What that don't destroy, take it, because that's how you could carry it. Yeah. The rest, leave it alone.
It's like it's like a card or oracle. We call that. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because the whole energy of everything is one.
It's one.
It's one.
You know,
Right.
so you know.
But in that one, in that cycle, every notch is what you call increments.
increments,
And and we
different
did.
degrees.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one hand, like when we're doing cloud hand, it's not one hand. Okay. I was checking out something. I knew that before, and I forgot about it, and I just learned again recently. This is cloud hands.
Okay. Because the body trying to balance itself. Exactly. Because and that is when you sweat more. Okay. So you want to retain oxygen. You want to release it slow. You could take it fast. Now you should always take it slower too, because when you take it slower, you'll take more. Okay. But even if you take it fast like that, one of the beginning methods of breath control is the one we do in the class. 4 in, 8 out.
Right.
So that you don't. And the reason for that is that first you want to make it half as much, and you want to make sure that you do the exhaling slower than the inhaling.
Right.
So that is the first exercise that will help you manage the count. So at the same pace, 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out. At the same pace. So then you learn to control. Because there are various methods. There's a method for sleeping where you do it at 4 count inhale, 7 count hold, and 8 count release. Okay?
I've seen that. I've seen it in the yoga thing.
Right. And so there are various types of breathing rhythms.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He was asking what could help us in this drama we're going through. You know, this pandemic.
Uh-huh.
Right? He was wondering how could we rectify, how could we fix that, how could we heal us? What could we do to heal in the meantime? Worrying and wondering about what's going on. But I mentioned to you, we mentioned breathing, right?
Breathing.
Breathing is the best thing to do right now.
You're breathing.
You know, deep breathing.
The way to look at breathing, the simplest way to look at breathing is number 1. Breathing is number 1. Water is number 2. But breathing is number 1 because it's easy to prove that. There's no argument.
No.
Yeah. I'm not gonna bet with anybody, and I'm not gonna compete with anybody. But I'll tell you, you try it out if you want. Buddha is a Christ. Buddha is a title.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. His name was Siddhartha. Gautam Siddhartha. His family. They say that.
The prince.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
So realize
No, but even before that.
I'm gonna get old.
No, but even but they are descendants of Ethiopia. But let's go back. Buddha. Okay. Buddha's name is not Buddha. Buddha is what he became. Okay. Buddha is a Christ. Buddha is a title.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. His name was Siddhartha. Gautam Siddhartha. His family. They say that.
The prince.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
So realize
No, but even before that.
I'm gonna get old.
No, but even but they are descendants of Ethiopia. He was a prince, but according to the story, is like whenever he had to go into the city, they would clean the city, or take off everybody that broke walls of that, the policemen and so when you go, and they had barriers and stuff like that. So one time he saw a beggar, a guy that was the list or something like that, and that was unusual. So and they tried to cover that and have him not see it, but that thing stuck in his mind because that was to him that was the most unusual thing he ever saw. So it stuck in his mind and he wanted to see more about that. So one time he decided to go without permission and just go and do his business, and then he came across people and realized that, oh shit, the real world, the world that he was shown, that was not the real world. So then he decided he wanted, and then he saw the sufferings of that. So as far as I can remember, the idea came from the idea of suffering, wanted to understand why people are suffering. So he gave up everything and just took off and went and started searching. Okay? And he studied different methods. He studied he studied different methods. He tried different methods. One of the methods that he was involved with was what they call the Eritreans. And in that time, the story said that he was. Some of the stories say, but I think that's for political reasons. He was eating 1 grain of rice. He had to eat 1 grain of rice a day. But if he was eating 1 grain of rice a day, somebody had to cook it for him. Another story says he was eating 1 hemp seed a day. That makes more sense. I mean, we're taught, for example, writing supposedly started in China, martial arts started in China, but they never. For example, when they're talking about the Silk Road,
this is our time to educate.
Well, right? Because when we're talking about the Silk Road, we always hear the Silk Road in China,
Right.
but we've never heard that Africans was on the Silk Road too. We all thought it was only Europeans and Chinese, but now no Africans are there. God bless, God greatness. That's the man vibration.